Welcome back. Well, we heard that school, a particular school which calls itself absolutely educational, they're imparting the best knowledge to all its students. This school does not celebrate Independence Day, and they're very open about it. They're very clear about it. When our reporter went and asked them, they said absolutely not. It's a holiday and we don't celebrate it. What about other schools celebrating? Then they said, well, other schools may be celebrating it, but we don't celebrate it. But on the contrary, we understand that there's nothing new. Schools across the city, across the state, across the country, there are several schools that have remained shut. I'm talking about Christian missionary institutions. I'm talking about these institutions run by Muslims that we have a certain mind block about, or even many other schools that are run. Yeah, over here somehow, because that lady was in a burqa, it becomes all the more that okay, just because it's an Islamic school, are they anti-national? Now that's that's the rumor that's come up. Maybe the school, because it is run by an Islamic group, that's why they are anti-national entirely. And all they did was currently at this at this juncture, their only mistake was not celebrating Independence Day tomorrow. They're not hoisting the flag. They're not calling in students to sing the national anthem. But there are N number of schools who don't celebrate Independence Day and don't call their students over on Independence Day and sing the national anthem. There are schools as big as, Joseph's, as big as Bishop Cotton's. We have Baldwin boys, we have Baldwins, I'm a Baldwinian. So many of these schools don't even teach their children the national anthem. I don't even know if their children know the national anthem. So picking on this school particularly could be wrong. Let's talk about a wider aspect of how patriotism could be inculcated in students at a young age, which is an absolute necessity. In the current times that we're living in, it seems like our kids somehow don't even know how to sing the national anthem, and we knew it at the back of our head from the age of I don't know, 3-4 years old. I knew the national anthem because at that time my mom used to teach me, my parents used to teach me. But now you wouldn't see that kind of patriotism amongst the students. What's really the issue? Could we change it? Are you requesting for schools to take this up as and it can't be mandatory, but as under the constitution, it's a duty that we should follow. You run an institution. Right. Do you know the meaning of the national anthem, Jana Gana Mana?
Yes, you have come to the question, straightforward question, I would say.
Yeah.
I know the meaning of Jana Gana Mana.
Okay.
Adhinayaka Jai Hai, Bharata Bhagya Vidhata. I can go further and go on, but I would say you at this point of time, you are unpatriotic. How do you respond to that? Because I'm singing, you're not standing. See, I just sang now and you did not stand. So you are unpatriotic in my side. Do you agree? I don't say. It was just an argument. That was just an argument.
Okay.
I'm just opening up.
Yeah.
I'm just warming up.
Point to me.
Now I'm coming to the point. Look, thou art the ruler of the minds. That's how it said. Jana Gana Mana, of the hearts. Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya Hai. And Bharata Bhagya Vidhata. Meaning you are the dispenser of all goodness. So now this is what it is. Now let us get into that point later. What I know, what I don't know, it's a different issue. Now coming to the point of Samar International School, I just spoke to that man right now, the person who is in charge. I said, are you of the person who don't hoist the flag? Are you of the person who don't read the national anthem? He said, you come and check at 8:30 in the morning, we are reading. Then what about the things that we saw in the media? They went and asked somebody, we don't even know whom they asked, somebody clad in burqa, do they have any proof to say that she is working here? Now you are in a trap. Now News 9 is in trap, and I am telling right in front of the media that what proof do you have to say that she is working there? Any ID card, any proof? Now media trial, media is going under trial. Now that is my argument. See,
I'm not going to debate that because I'm not going to debate that for the only reason because I can't debate it.
It is not one school.
I'll tell you what.
8:30 in the morning, 8:30 morning, I am invited and I'm going there. I'm being there. See, the thing is, the point here is you have been very quick in calling them as unpatriotic. What I would say, you could have gone there officially, asked them their official stance. What is their official stance on this issue? If you had asked and that is something in written, it will make some value to you. But now that you took some statements from somebody and they're going to react to it tomorrow, and even constitutionally, they are reacting in a constitutional manner, and that is going to be a very false show for you. I'm
So
telling
you know
What
what,
happens?
Mr. Omar, I'm not going to debate that for the only reason. I totally agree with you that it was possibly a one-sided approach.
I'm
to
glad
it.
that you agree. Totally.
Agreed, totally agreed. Now, what makes a school anti-national? Now, we are so quick to pounce on anything that comes our way that
And
is
say,
not
term
so
it as
Indian and say
anti-national.
anti-national.
Yeah, we can't be
You know?
so fast.
Yeah.
We can't be so quick. What I want to say, see, generally schools that people operate, they have many schools, chain of schools.
Right.
Sometimes it is so possible that they may not have a program here, but they would be having in a main school somewhere. They would call schools from 4 different schools and they would have it in one particular place to have celebration.
Right.
That's point number 1. So you can't judge by whether they are going to be organizing in every school or not, and based on
No,
that.
every school is different. If they are really organizing it, then the parents will know.
I think this is the most important thing in the whole year, which every single, whether you're a Hindu, you're a Muslim, you're a Sikh, or
Yeah,
you're an
this is
Hindu.
one day
this
that
is
goes
one day
beyond
which goes to
religion,
each
caste,
one of
color,
us.
whatever.
It is each one of us who needs to celebrate this. It has to be a big day.
So it's not just the singing which matters.
Yes.
It is how it reflects in your life. See, we call ourselves, ourselves brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
That's how we had a oath when we were in the school.
Correct.
But is it happening in Bangalore city? People lying on the road. Are we worried? So one is that aspect we are looking at only one aspect of whether they are celebrating. Are they practicing in their life?
Absolutely.
That is more important.
Who raises the voice? I mean, you know what, like we've always observed budget schools, like a school like this, a Samar school, everybody is, absolutely ready to pounce on them because they don't have a defense. This is a budget school's problems. Now, when you go on to
Elite
schools
schools?
as elite and big schools with
No,
all
even
their...
their parent, hopefully,
Yeah.
they too need a holiday. So
Yeah, even they would, there nobody wants to talk against the school. Everybody is okay with whatever the school says because the school is superior, right?
depends on the budget.
Yeah.
Again,
But exactly a 15-minute ceremony to
no,
come.
no,
I
everything
don't-
has a
Yes,
budget because
really.
see, you have to get the seats and the breakfast, everything.
No,
See,
no.
it's a different thing. Because when we run the show,
You can't
it is a different
celebrate
thing.
Independence Day, hoist the flag, give your attendance because otherwise half of them will
that
skip.
doesn't happen
No.
sometimes.
But I think
We have got a unique way of celebrating the Independence Day. We have the flag hoisting,
Okay.
and we do sing the anthem, and we play football match with the police authorities in Banarghatha, where we have our school, Al-Bashir International School. We invite them for playing football match, and not only that, we gift something which is useful for the police station or for the government authorities. And for this year, we are giving a Xerox machine. So what we do is, we want to do something in our own way.
Yeah.
See, if you want us to dance and do drill, this is not part of our culture, because even in the Eid, the 2 days of Eid that we have, we don't have any dancing culture or anything of that kind. We have sermons, we have lectures. If you come to our premises, you will happen to see giving lectures. We have the ulama, we have the teachers who would be assembling in a place after the flag hoisting. We have the children, and we would be giving sermons and lectures saying that this is our country. Our forefathers, they sacrificed their lives for this country, and our great-great-great-grandfathers were of the people of India. They were the inhabitants of India. Today we are Muslims of faith. We have chosen this religion, Islam. But even before that, our great-great-grandfathers, they were people of this country. So the Dravidians
I
or
think
whatever.
even Islam says it's about the motherland.
Love for the
right?
country.
It's the motherland. It's
Love for-
your
yes.
land. It's your soil.
Anybody
so whichever
born-
country,
we will
whichever
love his
border.
country.
Yeah, whichever religion, most importantly, it's your
Absolutely.
motherland where you,
Correct.
and you're not anybody's if you're not your own, if you're
the
not your
point
own
here is whenever-
countries,
see, only
right?
after
If you
19
can't be loyal to your own country, you can't be loyal to anybody.
See, after 1947, after the partition, that's when the whole thing changed. But before that, if you see, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was a person who was a very good friend of Gandhiji. And if you happen to
Absolutely.
see all the people who have more than 4,000 people by the name of Abdul something were of those martyrs during the freedom struggle.
Correct.
More than 4,000, I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
So people have died and they were hanged on the trees in UP and Saranpur. And these are all history. Why would people not love this country? What reason is there for us to not love
Tell
this
me,
country?
Mr. Omar, your school, you said you don't have a culture of dance and drill because y'all don't, that's not
Though
your
I know
culture.
to dance, I know to
No,
dance
but
because
as
my
a Muslim
students have-
institution
Yeah.
or run by a Muslim,
we do have our own principles.
Do you give out holidays for Diwali and your regular?
See, Diwali if the government has got a regulation to say that you have to give a holiday on this
Yeah,
day,
what are the
mandatory.
Yes.
mandatory
If it
holidays?
becomes-
It is a holiday.
If it becomes
Diwali
a
is a
mandatory,
holiday. So
8
Diwali is a
holidays
Whatever.
we'll have to follow.
Okay.
There is already
so
a
do
declared
you follow
holidays.
holidays for Diwali, for all of that?
whenever there is a regulations from the government authorities like the BO office, and they come and say this day you have to close, and that day we close. And with respect to looking into the values of other faiths, in our school we have 100% Muslim children because we are primarily a madrasa
Okay.
under which we are operating the school, NIOS. So
So then this question is all the more important to you because
Yeah.
madrasas, they say, are completely anti-national or whatever.
Who are they who's saying
that's-
that?
Well, there are a lot of people. In fact,
Who are
there are.
In
It's
court.
a perception, Mr.
Whose
Omar, and it's
perception?
sad that there is a perception, but
from
there is
where?
a perception.
From
Now,
where?
I can't
Who
have
gave that perception?
Well, I can't sit and pinpoint.
give
I'm
me
sure-
one name. Give me one name.
Well, I can't. Like I said, I can't pinpoint. In
I'll tell you
fact,
what.
Just
You can
about-
come to our madrasas if you
Okay.
want to. Tomorrow I'm inviting you
It is an
to
exception.
our school and madrasa. You can see what we do for our national anthem and what we do on
for
the
the country.
on
How
the
do
day.
you instill patriotism?
In fact, I can read the Janagana Mana completely, inshallah, without making mistake. I hope so.
and you know the meaning of it.
And I know the meaning, which most of them don't
No,
know.
that's really great
That's
because
amazing,
there
yeah.
are exception schools,
Correct.
and because of that you can't bring it into whole.
Yes.
That is one important thing what we want to conclude in this discussions
Right.
too. See, every school, as he told, he has some different. Even we have some different.
I think, this gentleman so open, so patriotic. I think you should be the one who is able to say if there is a correction to be done somewhere, or what will happen, entire community will be termed. And when I look at him, I just feel like saluting because he knows everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's a again.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sure
an
you fire
icon.
back at me, but then when you don't. But I'm just talking the layman language, right? I'm
Absolutely.
sure you agree with me. Looking at your appearance, dadi, the jubba, this, that, you would never assume. I would never think that you would know the pin-to-pin meaning of the national anthem. And salute to you for that.
I think
So
see,
that's
I
what's
think,
amazing, right?
Maulana Abul Kalam Azad
Yes.
was the one who's putting beard and everything. He was always next to Gandhiji. So he was a person who was patriotic. If you want to say it in a positive sense, see, everything can be shown in a positive or a
and
negative.
positive, both.
See, nationalism is good as long as you feel good about your country and your countrymen and you love the country. But if you start feeling hatred for other countries, then I feel that nationalism, I don't buy that. I want to be a good neighbor to my neighboring countries, be it China, be it Sri Lanka, or be it Pakistan, or be it any other country. We have to be, see, Atiti Devo Bhava, we say that. The neighbor, I mean the guest
is
is somewhat
equal
like
to God,
a,
yeah.
Like
so
a God.
like God, they say, Deva can be interpreted in any way. But what I'm trying to say is your neighbor is someone who can be your guest. You have to be good to your neighbor. You have to visit him. So that way, what our PM is
Be
doing,
kind to
our
your
PM at the
mankind.
moment, he is traveling across the world to establish good ties. With that aspect, we are for that activity. Whatever he's doing to bring in a goodwill.
You say that's great.
That's good. We appreciate whoever. See, today we should go beyond political parties.
Beyond religion.
Beyond
More
religion.
importantly,
When it comes
beyond
to
religion,
humanity,
yeah.
when it comes to humanity, there is nothing like you say that, yes, I would be supporting a person only if he's of my religion. No. When it comes to humanity, every religion, if it is a true religion, if it's working for welfare, then it should be beyond the people of their community that they want to serve for. And that aspect, I want to say that if a person is a true Muslim, he has to work for the welfare of the humanity. Because the verse of the Quran, I just want to say, see, God Almighty says, Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas. God Almighty says, you are the best of people, erected for the benefit of mankind. So if you are not working for the benefit of mankind, according to the Quran, it means you are not a Muslim. So as long and until we don't really care for the community and don't care for the humanity, we are not really working for anything.
So you're saying all of that comes under being an Indian.
Being an Indian, being
for
a
your
Muslim.
Fellow mates.
I say
Yeah.
being a Muslim also, my religion teaches me to be good to the people of my country, irrespective of caste, creed and religion.
Absolutely.
Abdullah, my
Party
again
time.
question
Party
is,
time. When you say
why
holiday,
it has
it's
been
party
targeted
time.
only to schools?
That is anti-national
No,
worship.
my question
Holiday
is,
is given to
why it
celebrate.
has been targeted
Students,
only
it
to
is not all
schools? Why not to government
Exactly.
offices?
I I was
Why
just
not
actually
to other
coming to-
institutions?
Staff and
Everybody goes for a holiday and
Yeah.
only school management
and they should
celebrates
also be
it.
able to
Charles
Important.
is,
I have to answer.
Charles is like, axe them. The moment you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very important point he said. He's celebrating from today. Today is 14th. If at all Muslim celebrates on 14th, they would say they are celebrating Pakistan's freedom. See, you can celebrate, Mr. Charles.
Very, very good point.
The
Yeah.
point here is,
For tomorrow is what he
see, the point here is, I understand his perspective. But if at all,
when
if
person
at
has
all
mistakes, they
Muslim
can take
celebrate,
in that
he will be
sense.
termed as he's celebrating for Pakistan. So we are living in a time where we have to be very sensitive. Point number 2,
Yeah.
he's talking about Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Yeah.
I say Jai Hind. I say this country should need victory.
Yeah.
I say that. But Bharat Mata ki Jai, why? Because Tvam hi Durga Dasha Prahadharini. Where is this coming from? You tell me.
You tell me.
Oh, you tell me.
You
It's very
tell me.
easy.
I-
You tell me. Okay, you tell me. Huh? Anybody can tell me from where this is
Say
coming
that
from?
again. Say that
I
again.
can tell you. Tvam hi Durga Dasha Prahadharini. Where is this coming from?
Durga means Mata.
Durga means who?
Mata.
Dasha Prahadharini. Hastu. 10 faces or hands. Okay? Where is this coming from? Where? You tell me now.
It's from Mata itself.
From where? Where?
I don't want to say it. You say it. I don't want to say it.
It is
Don't put
coming
me in a
from.
spot.
It is coming from Vande Matram. See, Vande Matram, Bankim Chandra Upadhyaya. He had written Ananda Mat. From there, the whole thing is coming. It was to eulogize Durgama. It was to eulogize Durgama. So, if you say Bharat Mata ki Jai, it is going to relate that Durga ki liye Jai. So, that is what the main perception. But to say Jai Hind, we have no problem. Vande Mataram means I bow to the Mother India. I bow to the Mother. We say India is created by God Almighty. We say the whole world is created by God Almighty. We say India is obedient to God Almighty. We say India is one of us. So we can't separate from India. But if you want to say, you have to say what I say you have a privilege. It's your privilege. But for me, I would say Jai Hind any point of time. I would work for
Arvind,
this
Edward,
country.
you're singing in schools.
Vande Mataram,
You're not the first
Vande Mataram,
one.
we are not, the community heads really reject this idea of singing Vande Mataram. And we are very clear, the community ulama, they have said Vande Mataram, the translation of it clearly means I bow to you. And Mother means, according to Anandamat, the writer himself has eulogized Durgama. Durgama is the one for whom he's written. And again, if you see, there are a lot of, if you go into Wikipedia, there are many people who have said, even the Janagana Mana was actually sang at the time where receiving the Emperor George. Emperor George.
I think-
Unity
What
in diversity
religion,
is
sir?
something we
Absolutely.
appreciate.
Yes, sir.
Unity in diversity is important.
Yes.
You have your way, I have my way, yet there is a way to integrate.
Yes.
And on that platform, we
Yeah.
can integrate in our own ways.
Yes.
So
And
that
I
we are
think,
fine.
that
Don't
day
have
of
this
integration is possibly the only day is August 15th.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
have to.
think,
We have
I
to.
don't think there's
Everything
any
comes
other
together.
day where all
We have to celebrate
cultures,
in our
all
own way.
communities, all backgrounds unite just on the basis, just for the love for the country. That's all it all
Absolutely.
comes down
Love
to.
for the
So
country is there.
Independence Day, go.